Welcome back to Ian and Jill's 2-Up Motorcycle Adventures. We were actually the last vehicle off the ferry in Durrës because we had to spend a little bit longer trying to get the top box lid secured after it had broken in Barry. We had a really good run up to Tirana and stopped off at Skanderbeg Square, had a stroll round there and also bought a fridge magnet, of course, to add to our growing collection. We followed the Scumbin River high up into the mountains above Lake Ohrid, and on the way we stopped off at this little bridge which left a little bit to be desired in the health and safety department, but it meant that we were able to get good pictures of the river and the bike. We took advantage of a number of viewpoints along the river to take more photographs. When Lake Ohrid came into view, we pulled over into a lay-by and met a retired couple from Paris who were on an even longer trip than us. It was interesting, again, to share experiences and to wish them the best on the rest of their travels. We stopped for lunch at a campsite on the shores of Lake Ohrid. A lovely lunch of Swiss cheese and marinated chicken. We enjoyed a leisurely lunch, but after a time we noticed a rainstorm approaching and decided that discretion was the better part of valour and we would try and keep ahead of the rain and head on towards the North Macedonian border, round on the east side of Lake Ohrid. On the way round the lake we came to a fairly challenging section of roadworks with fairly loose gravel on a steep incline. Remembering our experience of last year in the Pyrenees, Jill decided to step off the bike and make it a little bit easier for me with the extra load that we were carrying on this trip. However, that wasn't the last of our challenges for that afternoon. A short distance along the road we came to the border between Albania and North Macedonia. When we arrived at the kiosk, the border guard said we needed to show him the documentation, showed him our passports and our registration document, and then he asked us for our green card. Now, I had had the conversation with the insurance company about this, and they said, no, you don't need a green card anymore. He said, no, you'll definitely not get through the North Macedonian border without a green card because the insurance is different there. So I phoned up the insurance company and they said, oops, we've made a mistake here. We can see from our records you did give us the list of countries you were going to visit, but we omitted to tell you that your insurance doesn't actually cover you for 3 of those countries, including North Macedonia. So you'll have to purchase insurance at the border. Unfortunately, that particular border didn't have a place where we could purchase insurance. So when we proceeded to the North Macedonian border, they explained that if we went all the way around the lake again, a detour of about 50 minutes, and approached North Macedonia through a different checkpoint, then we'd be able to purchase insurance there. So we did that, and long story short, we were able to buy the insurance and proceed into North Macedonia. But lesson learned. One of the other countries, which we will be visiting later on, that this also applies to is to Turkey. So we'll need to check that we're going through a border check there that allows us to purchase the extra insurance. Thankfully, the rest of our journey to Bitola was uneventful, and we checked into our apartment, albeit a little later than expected, about 5 minutes from the city centre. Once we had checked in, we took a dander into town and enjoyed having a look around the sights and partaking of some of the local cuisine. The next morning I got up early to apply another layer of glue to the top box repair. It wasn't pretty, but it was holding so far. We were soon on our way and had a lovely run down to the Greek border. Thankfully, there were no issues at this border, and as soon as we had crossed over, we stopped to apply the sticker for Greece. Because we had decided we weren't going to do any toll roads, we were diverted up this mountain pass rather than going round by the motorway. But boy, are we glad. It looked like it was going to rain several times as we come up the mountain, but at the top, it's absolutely amazing. Lovely views, sun shining, absolutely gorgeous.
Bring it over here. Look at that down there.
Oh wow, look at that.
This is why you're told and take the bike roads.
Do you see those heavy skies there? We were pretty sure we were going to have to get the waterproofs on, but actually, the bit that we're going to looks like it's going to be fine. Not much further down the road, there was a lot of standing water and rivers running across the road, and we realised we had a very narrow escape from a soaking. In fact, we could see some fellow bikers sheltering from the rain that had obviously just passed through. Our next stop was Veria, known as Berea in biblical times, and we had a walk around some historic areas in the town. We also had a bite of lunch before heading on to Thessaloniki, where we were going to meet our dear friends Stuart and Liz. We are very pleased with our penthouse suite in Thessaloniki, with tremendous views over the city. Once we had checked in and unpacked, we went down to the seafront and enjoyed a stroll along the promenade in the warm afternoon sun. That evening we enjoyed some Greek cuisine, and the following morning we headed down the coast to the ancient city of Philippi and to Kavala, previously known as Neapolis. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe if you'd like to follow the rest of our trip, and give us a thumbs up if you enjoyed the video.